Hello, everyone. Shua Lake right here. I am inviting my new and old friends to come and just join me in conversation about different things. But I'm also taking this opportunity to just introduce you to great people doing great things in this world, in this country and beyond, honestly. So today I have LaShanda Henry with me, and I'll give her a chance to introduce herself.
Hey, I am LaShanda, aka SistaSense. My passion for so many years now, almost 2 decades, has really just been
Mm.
helping entrepreneurs make sense of making money online, starting and growing their brands and businesses on the web. That's just what I do, and I enjoy doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for what you do. Because honestly, I know as an entrepreneur, some often we start businesses because we have a passion for something, because we want to help. We want to, we see a problem. That's the entrepreneurship, where you see a problem, you want a solution for it. And then sometime we, in that on that process, if you are on that journey, sometime then we realize, oh, I still need to make a living, right? So, if you're not making money, it's a hobby, and and it's good to have people like you who help us an entrepreneur to be able um to what's the term looking here, be able to do what to do what we love and get paid for it, you know
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. And I totally understand what you're saying because on some level I find I fell into some parts of entrepreneurship. I didn't
Hmm.
necessarily for example, one of my services is that I build websites.
Hmm.
And I didn't have the vision of doing that as a career. Just people started coming to me and said, "Oh my gosh, I like your stuff. Who did it for you?" And I said, "I did it." And they're like, "Oh, can you do mine too?" So sometimes we fall into certain aspects of entrepreneurship, and then we just develop and evolve from there.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Sometimes it is that. Sometimes it's not that we seek it; it finds us. So well said.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So no, so I think that's probably part of your backstory, like how you came to do what you do. Is there any more, like that led you to doing this?
Oh, absolutely. I think that a lot of us there are different, obviously different paths that we take that get us on this entrepreneurial journey.
Hmm.
And a lot of us, it was something that we always wanted to do. I was
Hmm.
that kid who would be like, Mom, can we go and sell stuff? Yeah, I didn't, I grew up in Brooklyn, right, in an
Hmm.
apartment. So there was no, let me do a lemonade stand, but I still was
Hmm.
entrepreneurial. I'd go to school
Hmm.
and have little crafts and things that I would sell to other kids. And I just knew that I wanted to do my own thing when I had the opportunity to. When I was in college, I went to Columbia University as an Ivy League girl. I studied computer science.
Hmm.
And I started to dabble in building my own websites and doing my own programming and things. But after I still, was on that 9 to 5 entrepreneurial path, and then I was kind of doing 9 to 5 as a side hustle too, like
Hmm. Hmm.
doing my full time job, but then building websites and doing other things on the side. Because again, when
Hmm.
it's in you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you got a 9 to 5, you want to do that entrepreneurial thing too. And then I got pregnant with my son and realized at that point that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I didn't
Hmm.
want to have to work for anybody else. So I quit my job when I was about 6 months pregnant,
Hmm.
and I haven't had a full-time job since. And so he's going to be 14 this year. So
Awesome.
I've been online for about 20 years now, and working for myself for the last close to 14 years.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. And I know that, even just hearing that inspires me. And I'm sure it's going to inspire someone else because yes, we have different paths how we get to things. It's good to hear the stories of how
Yes,
others are getting to what they're doing. And I am with
absolutely.
my business, I'm at 4.5 years. So it's good to hear from veterans like you, say, hey, I've been there for 14 years, keep plugging away. So thank you for sharing that. Um, and I guess now what you shared a little bit about how you got there. You always had that in you, and you then you had a son. You wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Is there anything more to your why? Now that your son is your child is 14, like what keeps you doing this? Why are you still doing this now? And why do you still find even where do you find the drive to keep pushing forward?
I think it's several things. One of those things is that I just genuinely enjoy what I do and it works,
Mm,
right? So,
yes.
being in a place where I can work with other women, specifically women of color, helping them build their businesses,
Hmm.
absolutely love that. And for me, number two, I'm going to be honest with you, there is no cushion. And this is the thing
Mm,
that I learned as a 9 to 5 entrepreneur. When
mm,
you have your side hustle on the side and you've got a
mm,
primary income coming in, right?
mhm,
That's
mhm,
from your job. You can put money into your business or you can get money today or not get money today, but there's not like a fire underneath you,
mm,
right? Because
mm.
you've got that other thing,
You had
or
a
you've
cushion,
got a
yep.
partner and they're taking care of the primary bills. Your
Mm,
business can sometimes feel like a hobby, and then you're okay with that because it's
mhm,
not covering everything, right?
mhm,
When I
mhm,
took away that cushion, right, and there was no net, it was, look, mama got to pay for the bills and make sure the
mhm,
baby
mhm.
is fed, right?
Yes.
And so that space trained me to ultimately
Mm,
be independent and not feel like um there, or not, the word is not feel like, be in a space where I knew that it was up to me to make sure that I was bringing in the kind of revenue that I needed.
mm,
And once I was able to successfully make as much as I was making in the 9 to 5 for myself, then double that, then triple that, there was no reason to go back, right?
mm, mm,
And I think that that's the thing. And for a lot of entrepreneurs, when I teach how to start and grow, and I talk about, do you have a cushion? A lot of people will say, oh my gosh, that's been holding me back. That's
mhm,
been,
mhm,
me being in a space where I don't push as much because I know that
mhm,
if the business doesn't quite make what I want, it's okay.
mhm,
And it's not okay. You've got to put your all into it if you genuinely want to be able for it to grow and for you to
mhm.
transition from that 9 to 5 to a full-time business owner.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, well said. And you're right. Sometimes we need a 9 to 5, to make ends meet as you're starting,
Absolutely.
but you still need that fire in underneath your tushy for one to keep, to grow your business. Otherwise, like you said, it just becomes a hobby, and there's no way out of, the 9 to 5 if that's what you're looking for. So
Right.
yeah, thank you so much for, sharing that wisdom with us.
Mhm.
So how can we support you? You are supporting so many of us, right? You're doing good work here, helping a lot of entrepreneurs just and want to be entrepreneurs to create their businesses, maintain them, grow them, make it thrive. How can we support you?
At the end of the day, I think for me, one of the best ways to support is to
Mm-hmm.
share what you're doing right here. This is support, right?
Mm-hmm.
Creating a platform for us, for women of color, for entrepreneurial people to come on and say, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
On SistaSense, what I try to do is every day host
Mm-hmm.
live web classes around money marketing
Wow,
and sales for entrepreneurs
nice.
across all my platforms on YouTube and Periscope and Facebook, and come on, watch, share, support. That's support, right?
Yes.
Watching, sharing, letting other people know, hey, if you need help with your business, starting up, going online, check out
Mm-hmm.
SistaSense. That is how we grow as entrepreneurs, right? Not
Yes.
just being in a space where we're trugging along on our own trying to make things
Mm-hmm.
happen, but when we proactively talk about other people that we see and we share
Mm-hmm.
what they do on our platforms, because we each have our own platform, whether we know
Yes.
it or not,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Even if you don't consider yourself to be an entrepreneur who's arrived, you know people and they know you, which means
That's your
you have a
platform.
platform, right? So position yourself to support others, talk about people who you genuinely value. And that, to me, that's the best way to support not only me, but others within our community.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So much truth in that. It's yeah, support by, watching, following, and sharing too, because again, sharing is caring, right? You never
Goes a
you know
long
people
way.
people in your network who will need this, and sometimes you don't even know that they need it. There's many times I'll share something and then I even forgot about it, and then later on someone tell me, oh, guess what? I'm so thank you so much for posting this. I'm like, posting what? And like, oh, this you posted like a couple of weeks ago. I signed up for that webinar. I signed up for that, for a discovery call with that coach. It was amazing. I'm like, oh, great, so you never know who needs it. So if you stumble upon, a great resource, you stumble upon, beauty, in a word, make sure that you're sharing with others so others can thrive as well. So yeah, and we'll make sure
Absolutely.
we include the links to your where people can follow you in the description so they can just click and go there. But
Sure.
thank you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say on SistaSense, I have a link to the daily web classes so that people
Good.
can tune in and just, again, to support and check out what I'm doing if they feel like there's something that they need in their business. And sometimes it isn't really specifically one thing, but
Mm-hmm.
just being able to watch and listen to the
Yes.
consistency of people showing up and doing what they need to do. Because sometimes that motivation,
Mm-hmm.
right, to do what you need to do in your business is the most important thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Hearing stories of people who are, who are thriving and pushing for who are where you want to be. Sometimes it's the motivation that we need to keep push to keep going pushing. So
Exactly.
yeah. So thank you again for being here. We'll share the links for everyone. And as always, keep tuning back in and keep, like we said, keep sharing. You don't know who might need this as well. All right. Bye
Absolutely.
guys.